Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dear Madam Adam Live. This is our second live episode that we've done. I'm so excited to be back. I hope you guys are as well. I'm thrilled. Make sure you guys can hear me well. All of that. We've got emails to answer. We've got calls to take. We are going to get started with an email. I've got my tea ready. I have slight bedhead from when I took a nap. It's fine. Let's see. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Come on in. How's the audio? Can you hear me well? I hope so. Yes, excellent. Well, as I said, we're going to get started with an email and then we're going to take some calls and do all of that. I'm just going to start from the top here. Stella writes, Dear Madam Adam, I went out to a metaphysical shop today to buy my first tarot deck. I'm so excited to start my tarot journey. However, I was too excited and bought the Spanish edition, the Edición Española. Do you think this is a sign from the universe? I am learning Spanish via Duolingo. Well, I think for one, I find that hilarious. I think that is so funny because I consider learning tarot like learning a language, and you are learning a language, a second language, and tarot is another language that you're learning. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like you got to stick with the deck you got, you know? It's not like you're stuck with it. It's not like you have to keep it. If you want to feel like that's something from the universe, then yeah, sure, go for it, but it doesn't have to be, you know? If it's going to be too difficult for you to read, then I would simply go back and maybe get another one. But let's see what I've got here with Keymaster Tarot. Knight of Cups energy, slow and steady emotional journey. I don't know if you feel emotionally drawn to it, if you think that that's something special about that deck, then that's a lovely thing. But learning tarot for you is going to be an emotional journey. It's gonna you know, it's gonna make you feel the feelings. It's gonna bring some stuff out of you. This is a new chapter. The world endings and new beginnings, and it's karma. It's whatever you think you're gonna put into it. Are you gonna get out of it? Meaning, you know, maybe it's going to help you learn Spanish. You know, maybe it's going to help you learn Spanish as well. So yeah, don't be so, I mean, these cards, it's a new chapter for you. Don't be so rigid with it. Be willing to kind of ebb and flow. Try the deck for a while. If it's frustrating and not really easy for you to understand, or if it challenges you to learn tarot or Spanish even more, then go for it. But the world is that this is a new beginning and an ending for you of old things. And justice, karma, you'll get out of it whatever you put into it. So I hope that's helpful. I would keep it for a little while, especially since if I were you and learning Spanish. Dustin and I are learning sign language. It's something a bucket list thing that we've always wanted to learn. So we're learning sign language. But if it's, you know, something that you're wanting to, if it's going to challenge you to learn Spanish, I would fuck with it. But if I got frustrated with it and I was like, I don't like this, then I would, you know, chuck it and get something else. No, not chuck it, but I would return it or pass it off to someone else and then get a deck that's in English. But entirely up to you, my friend. There's no right or wrong answer to that question, really. It's up to your feelings. So I hope that makes sense, Stella, and I hope that you resonate with the read. All right, let's keep going. All right. Dear Madam Adam, I would love your perspective here. This is Am I the Asshole? I love these. I would love your perspective here. As you know, I live in Orlando, and one of my favorite things about living here is that because it's a popular vacation destination, I get to see a lot of people I might not be able to otherwise. I've only lived here a few months, but in that time, a lot of folks have visited and told me they're in town, usually saying some variation of, I'm here on vacation and would love to see you if you're free. I get that a lot as well. My husband and I, we see a lot of friends that come down to visit or to go to theme parks and stuff like that. So same. I always make an effort to see people if they're in town and they let me know, even if it is at the last minute. This is true for family, former coworkers, and even friends I've met online. I have a friend who I'll call Jay. We went to college together for a year and we're best of friends. I'm talking, we hung out every day. We've met each other's families, and my mom calls us platonic soulmates. Cute. Jay ended up moving to another school after a year, and we didn't see each other in person much after that between busy schedules, COVID, and then me moving across country. We don't catch up as often as I'd like, but we are in daily contact via Snapchat and are usually in the loop on each other's lives. Okay, so you have a streak on Snapchat. That's lovely. I don't fuck with Snapchat, honestly. Well, I mean, I'm not the one to talk about apps, really. I was never a big social media fan before this was my job. And that's why now, like, people have mentioned to me, well, you should make a separate account on your socials for, like, you know, just for you, like my own personal TikTok that I don't share with other people that I use for enjoyment, or my own Instagram where I just have my private stuff on there. But it's just, it would be too much work for me to have both. And I was never a big social media consumer before this. So I don't really care about Snapchat or any of that, but you have a daily, you know, we've got daily, like, we snap each other every day. So that's still connection, you know? Out of the blue earlier this week, Jay sends a picture of her. Wait a minute. We don't catch up as often as I'd like, but we're in the contact daily via Snapchat and are usually in the loop on each other's lives. Out of the blue earlier this week, Jay sends a picture of her wearing a pair of mini ears. I think it's a little random, but maybe she just put them on for fun. Surely she'd let me know if she was here, right? I ask if she's in town, and she says yes. She came down on a last-minute trip, and she's sorry she didn't tell me sooner. Excuse me. I tell her it's okay, and last-minute trips happen. I'm just a little hurt that I had to ask if she's here. Okay, I feel you. She just says sorry again, and that's it. No information on how long she's here. No, it'd be great to see you. Nothing. I realized I could ask her to hang out myself, but I already had to ask to learn that she was here in the first place, and that felt like enough indication of whether or not she wanted to meet up. I already told her how I felt, so continuing to pry felt like it would have been a desperate move on my part. I agree. And I'm trying to be better about giving an equal exchange of energy in my relationships, as I've been taken advantage of before. So am I the asshole here? Am I overreacting or being overly sensitive? Or is it just an indication that Jade doesn't value our friendship in the same way I do? Any insight would be appreciated. So I don't think you're the asshole here. I don't think anyone is the asshole here. You have hurt your own feelings. This is a Three of Swords lesson. This is your expectation that is not yielding the results that you intended. So you have hurt your own feelings here. Lonely in Orlando. I love that sign off. Lonely in Orlando. Not actually that lonely, but it's my nod to Sleepless in Seattle. Haha. I love that. No worries. Yeah, I would definitely, there's no asshole here. I don't think there is one. I think you're just reading too far into it. If they wanted to hang out, they would let you know. So yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they wanted to hang out, they would let you know. And it's not about you. It's about them. And maybe they just don't want to put you out. They don't know your schedule. They know that you're busy. You work full time. I mean, you work full time, and, you know, I have learned that your schedule is not quite changeable at this point. Or anything like that. I had to ask you myself, you know, are you able to, you know, do anything with your work schedule? And you're not in a place right now where you can. So let's be, you know, real with people. That they know how you feel, and prying further, yes, would feel like a desperate move, and I believe. But I do think you're maybe overreacting a little bit, being a little sensitive about it. You know, you've said that there's other people that have, and this one didn't. And yeah, we might be friends on Snap, but, you know, You were the best of friends, hung out every day, platonic soulmates, busy schedules, COVID, moving across country. We don't catch up as often as we used to. Shit happens, babe. Totally happens. Give it some time. Give it some time. And then afterwards be like, you know, damn, I would have loved to have seen you. And see kind of passive aggressively what that yields. Let's see what I've got. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles energy. We're all worried about our own shit. You know? We're all worried about our own stuff. The Knight of Pentacles for me is to set yourself up for success vibe. Dress the part, look the part, act the part. So there's that. Nine of Wands energy as well. Boundaries. Yes. And Hermit energy. Yeah. To me, this is more a test of your boundaries and whether or not, you know, maybe this person needs to be shoved down the totem pole a little bit. Maybe they need to be moved a bit further out of the concentric circles that are attached to your heartstrings. Yes. But the Hermit, my friend, lonely. Yes. No, not necessarily lonely, but you know, this is maybe it was a solo trip that they went on, you know? All the nines, literally nothing but nines in this read. Very good, Danny, in the chat. I just noticed that as well. A full 9 read. So this is about, you know, the way your mind wanders in your alone time. If you were busy or if you were, you know, on the move and this was happening, you wouldn't be so focused on it. But since you have the alone time to fester in it, it builds resentment. You know, the feeling isn't that deep to me. It's the fact that you're kind of wallowing in it a little bit and it's festering and building resentment, you know? So I would let the dust settle, let it go where it lies and be like, hey, I'm a little hurt, you know, that you didn't offer to hang out. I mean, I know I could have offered as well. I mean, imagine their point of view. They might be nervous to ask you and maybe worried that like, if you say, oh, do you want to hang out? That means that you have to get them into a park or something. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they don't want to put that pressure on you. Not to make excuses for Jay, but like, let's just say, like, what if, you know, maybe they didn't want to assume or whatever. So let's try to see things from their point of view as well. But alone time, set yourself up for success. You have a lot of good friends, a lot of good things going on. And boundaries. Yeah, boundaries need to be a thing. Make sure that you're not losing your boundaries. That doesn't mean you have to fight for anything, but make sure that you are practicing your boundaries properly. And maybe this isn't yours to care about that much. But the Hermit, yeah, all 9s. So make sure your alone time is valuable. Yeah. You're late, Madam Adam. Yeah, I know. It's called technological difficulties. So glad you're live streaming. Thank you. Yes, but I'm late. I'm on my time. Okay. I do my best to be on time, but technological difficulties are what they are. So I apologize. But yeah, lonely in Orlando. I hope that helps. All right. Let's see what else I've got here. All right. This one's from Monica. Dear Madam Adam, a while ago, I had a very ugly friend break up with a friend I treasured dearly and had feelings for. Ooh. Mixing the stuff. They had some mental health struggles and ended the friendship during a bad mental health break, very cruelly and nastily. Ew. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. I always had the feeling our friendship might be temporary. So in a way, I'm okay with it. I have journaled through it and made a grief playlist that holds all my feelings. That's brilliant. So I don't need to hold on to them in my body anymore. A grief playlist. I will be doing that. Yes, that makes sense. After all this work, I've hit a point where I just don't want to think about them much anymore. I'm usually very sentimental and lost connections, and it feels really strange to be so removed from this one now. Then again, I've worked harder on this loss than I have ever on any other loss before. It feels hard-headed and cold to be like this now, even though I suspect this actually is the most loving thing for us both. How do I embrace this new skill set that I've learned that doesn't fit with how I've seen myself. Ooh, deepness, deep. Absolutely. Yeah. First of all, I think this is very self-aware. I think you should do a cord cutting, honestly. Now you're ready for the cord cutting. You know what I'm saying? Now we're ready for it. So now you can take a string and wrap it around 2 candles and, light them both to remove it from you, or to remove your energy attached to this person. If you would like to, Monica, you can look that up on YouTube or Pinterest or whatever. There's always tutorials on cord cutting, but I think that now that you've done all this work on you, you're able to do that. So embracing it is like doing something about it, following through with it. Also, hanged man energy, shit is the way it is, and we have to try to see things from this person's perspective, which you seem to have done. That is the continuous journey, though, is the hanged man's journey for you, is the kind of common denominator here, that we need to be able to see things from the other side consistently, not just for this person, but across the board. So embracing this new skill is to practice the things you learned in the classroom out of the classroom, so to speak. Why is this here? 2 of Swords energy, logical decisions, not emotional ones. And handling this, yeah, the Lovers. Absolutely. Decisions, choice, precipice. 3 voices to make the choices. Yeah, 3 voices to make the choices. Passive, active, spiritual. Yes, passive is internal, active is external in reality. And then synchronicities, 1111s, 222s. Yeah. What's spirit telling you also? Okay. So embracing it is this consistent hanged man journey, so that we can have logic over the feelings and know that you always have choices. You always have an option, and who you engage with and why. There's a question in the chat on YouTube, and we'll take that question in the chat, and then we'll take our first call for the evening. Let me do not disturb really quick so I can not get interrupted while we take calls. Okay, perfect. So stand by, everybody. The call-in number is 352-346-9972. So get that ready. 352-346-9972. Don't call in now. I'm going to answer this good question from the chat from Holly, and then we will take a call. All right, 352-346-9972 right after this question. So, hi, Madam Adam. How do I know who's good for me? What are your takes on energy vampires? Yes, energy vampires are definitely a thing. Definitely. Excuse me. My London fog before Halloween Horror Nights. Energy vampires don't even know they are. Often they don't even know that that's something that they do, that they're so it's honestly being an energy vampire, I think, is just a personality trait. It's just a personality trait that some people have, that they're very controlling, that they're very they don't even realize that what they're doing. They don't even realize that they're being so draining. So it's annoying more than anything. And how do you know who's good for you? Because they make you feel good. They make you feel good about yourself. You feel rejuvenated being around them. We were hanging out with a friend of ours the other day. Yesterday, actually, one of Dustin's friends met us up at Animal Kingdom while we walked around and rode Everest and did pin trading. It was a cute little rainy Disney day. Oh yeah, when I posted those pictures of me at Epcot, right? We did some character stuff. We got some love, walked around, went to Animal Kingdom, rode Everest. I wanted to jostle my body around on a roller coaster, met up with a friend. And even though we're in a sea of people, I felt comforted being around this person. I like physical touch when I'm having anxiety attacks. And towards the end of the evening, my anxiety started to kick because I was getting tired. So I needed someone's hand to hold, and Dustin was occupied. So this person held my hand for me and walked with me. Physical contact and walking and talking it out really helps me out a lot while I'm having anxiety attacks. And I felt really safe around this person. And so I needed to kind of suck up their energy. I needed to recharge with them. So I feel like energy vampirism can be a positive and a negative, that some people need to recharge being around other people, and some people just, suck the fucking life out of you. So yeah, I think it's a personality trait for some people, and we just need to learn to navigate it and protect ourselves better. Knowing the right people are for you is that they make you feel good. It's they're choosing you, right? That's really what it is. As I always say, unconditional love only comes from parent to child, potentially, or potentially for yourself, right? So the condition of love for friendship and people that you want to be around is whether or not you feel chosen. So it's as long as you're feeling chosen, Holly, then those are the right people for you. If you're feeling chosen in ways you want and deserve to be chosen, then those are good people for you. If not, if you're not being chosen in ways you want and deserve to be chosen, if you're playing roles you didn't agree to play, for some people, I was just the funny gay friend. When I lived in New York, I was desperate for friendship. I was living there to help my great grandmother through her final transition. My grandmother had me live with them for a while to help and be at the house and help. I helped with the process, and it was lovely. I'm glad I lived there during her last days of her life, my great grandmother, because I got to know her as an adult, and she got to know me. So yeah, it's and that was its own version of energy vampirism, being in the house, because she had wants and needs, and she couldn't see very well towards the, and she died of just old age, but towards the end of her life, she couldn't see very well. She couldn't hear very well. She just wanted attention. She just wanted people to be around her. So I would be in my room doing whatever, and she would say things like, oh, Adam, what's the temperature? And I would tell her, and she would say, oh, make it 2 degrees cooler. It's hot. And then an hour later, change it back. And she just wanted attention. You know what I mean? So that was its own kind of energy vampirism in a way, but in a good way, and then so I made some friends, and I realized for some of these friends that I was just the funny gay guy. They invited me to a pool party one night where everybody happened to be paired up. There was just enough boys for the girls, and I was like, okay, why the fuck am I here? I don't have a bathing suit. I didn't know it was a pool party, and they just wanted me to be there because you're funny. And sure enough, I left without telling anybody and got a cab home, and no one knew I was gone for 4 hours. So that tells you something about those people. But I hope that makes sense, and that it's not a test of you. It's more about your boundaries, honestly. But yeah, you should know by how you feel chosen or not by the right people. What I've got is the star. Have hope that things are going to improve, that you will find good people for you. Why? Knight of Swords energy. There are some attacks on you right now. Some people are not supportive, and you shouldn't be afraid to know that you're unstoppable and to speak your shit and be like, y'all are draining. I gotta go. Handling this is a 6 of Swords energy. It's about the journey of friendship and the people that you meet along the way. It's not about, oh, that's my goal, is to meet friends. Your goal should be to live your life and meet people along the way that you connect with. So think about what you take with you into social situations, your mindset, your attitude. Do you even have the energy for this right now? Consider those truths. All right. Growing into new strength. Very nice. I like it a lot. You're very welcome. Thank you, Monica. All right, my friends, it is time for a call. Once again, the number is 352-346-9972. Feel free to give me a call if you have a question or want some advice or want a reading. Give me a call, 352-346-9972. We are live. Dear Madam Adam. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, can you turn down your YouTube so we don't echo?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, goodness, I'm turning it down. Okay. Hi.
Hi, honey. How are you? What's your name?
I'm good. I'm good. My name is Erin.
Hi, Erin. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for calling. Do you have a question for me?
I don't really have a specific question. I don't really have a specific question. Just kind of wanted to see what the cards had to say. I'm kind of like stuck in the mud lately, just trying to figure out like what is the thing.
Mud stuckness. Yes. What is the thing? We're feeling mud stuck. I fully get that. I've been there many times, my friend. Let's see what I've got for you today, shall we? And I hope the chat can hear you well. I think they can. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What was it? Erin, you said, right?
Yeah.
What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Fabulous. I love Scorpios. Scorpios, do you find that you resonate with Scorpios with the traits of Scorpio?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You do? Cool. I love it. Scorpio is a water sign, obviously. It's the fire sign of water signs, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little feisty. The curse of Scorpio, though, is that like you're constantly changing. People might think that you're wishy-washy. They might think that you're flaky or something, but it's not that. It's that you're a connoisseur of the world. You're a taster of things. You know, we want to taste everything. We want to try stuff. So often Scorpios find that like transformation, because your card in tarot is death, right? So you're constantly changing. You're a new bitch every fucking day.
That resonates.
Good. Cool. So, but know that that's a power for you, right? Like that's a power. It's not a negative thing. It's a power for you. So you should own that. You're like Mystique, you know, you're a chameleon. You can shapeshift and shit. It's fab. All right. So I've got Six of Wands energy for you, which is a sign of community. So that's kind of what this is about. It's how you engage with other people and whether or not you're letting people sweep you up and you're getting caught up in social situations, or are you a leader in your group, or do you basically, do you understand the role that you play for other people? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? Do you think that you're an individual in the group? Do you think that you're kind of just going along with things, or people making decisions for you?
Yes, I'm kind of like a people pleaser. That's like
okay.
My curse.
Yeah.
Try to just, as long as everybody else is comfortable, because the second I like try and do something for myself and it's like, oh, you're doing too much, like you're so intense.
Oh my God. Yes, be intense, bitch. Be intense. Erin, be intense. I'm intense, honey. I do it hard or not at all. You know, that's a water sign thing, girl. That's a water sign thing. They're just mad. They're just jealous of your boogie, girl. That's all. They're just jealous of your boogie. But yeah, no, that the intensity of you, yeah, no wonder, because you're, like I said, you're a connoisseur. You're a taste tester of life and living. But yeah, Six of Wands energy, like-minded people to share your passions. So this is about that people please community energy. King of Swords is what I have for you for the why. So it's time to lead with wisdom and facts. So if people are saying one thing and doing another, and honestly, it's time to be a little bit honest with yourself about, why we're doing that. Why are we so afraid to lose people that you're willing to lose yourself? Ooh, that was a good bar right there. That one came out of nowhere. Yeah. Right, though? Doesn't that make sense? That like we're so comfortable losing ourselves because we are afraid to lose other people, right? So you're playing roles, you're casting yourself in roles for others, and that's silly, isn't it? Like I mean, yes, you can. You're probably really fucking good at it.
Unfortunately.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That shows you care. That shows how much you have to give other people, Erin. That shows how much you have to give them. So let's start charging shit. Let's start charging shit for your energy, girl. Let's start. I don't fucking care. Cash, grass, ass, energy, time, money, whatever you need from people. But if you need to start charging for your energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how we handle this is period. 10 of Cups energy, honey. If you're not happy, don't do it. If it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. 10 of Cups energy is emotional abundance. So it's not about the people. It's not about what they want. It's about whether or not you're happy. So if you're happy doing things for people, that's fine. But you need to make sure that you are being reciprocated in that energy as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So 10 of Cups energy, like I said, if you're not happy, it's time to be honest with ourselves and think about how this is engaging, how you're engaging with these people socially. And maybe we need to pull back a little bit. But the King of Swords is that, it's leadership. There's no one's going to stop you. You have to stop yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, not at all. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Oh, thank you, babe. I really appreciate you.
I've been a Maven for a really long time. I just just recently, like in the past couple of months, I've actually started like engaging with the chat. And
Yay!
Kind of like a chameleon, but yes.
I love that.
I need to get a reading from you soon, and I love the community, and I love everything that you do, and I appreciate you so much.
Oh, I appreciate you too. I do have a fabulous community. These Mavens are amazing. So yes, and I'm so welcome. I'm so glad you're here and that you've been a Maven for a while. I think that's awesome. Thank you so much for the love. I'm glad this resonates with you, and I look forward to a read with you sometime, as you said. And yeah, don't take any shit, babe. Okay?
All right.
Awesome. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Another caller, if you would like, 352-346-9972. I am ready when you are. Dear Madam Live. That was good. That was great. I like that last bar I had. Y'all catch that? Somebody wrote that down, I hope. We're really comfortable. We're so scared to lose other people that we lose ourselves in the process. Yes, that was a bar. That was a good one. 352-346-9972. If you would like to give me a call, ask a question, I'd love to have you. And then we'll get to some emails. This is so much fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this live, because I know I am. Hello, you are live with Madam Adam. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Madam Adam. I'm Colette. How are you?
I'm well, Colette. How's your day, babe?
It's going good.
Good.
It's self-care.
You took the day off? You said you took the day off?
I did. I took the day off work and did some self-care.
Yes.
And cleaned the house.
I'm so proud of you. Yes, I love us taking the day off. Fuck the employer, man. They'll figure it out for the day. It's fine. I love that. Yeah, no, I went on a big house cleaning spree yesterday, and my husband came home and he goes, "The house looks great," and I'm like, "I know, thank you. It makes me happy." I like to tidy up my space. It like tidies up my brain, you know.
Yes, exactly. I'm impressed that you can clean with those nails too.
Bitch, trust. I do laundry with these nails. I do dishes with these nails, but I wear gloves. They have holes in them now, but I wear gloves. So, but yes, it is. I have learned to function. I just don't get gas because I can't get my card out of the reader. I had a panic attack one day at the pump because I couldn't get it out. And there was a homeless man too close to me that looked like he was going to try to help me. And I was like, oh God. Oh God. And so I like panicked, but yeah, I just don't get gas. What's your question for me, love? How can I help?
Okay, so I'm also a Scorpio. It's Scorpio night.
Scorpio night.
Yeah. I'll try to be succinct. Kind of a dark one. My biological mother is just not a great person. She has a lot of issues. She was very abusive to us growing up. She's an alcoholic.
Okay.
So I am working really hard on trying to heal myself. I'm in my mid-30s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a lot of work to get over, everything that happened. But I still feel like my mother is this, like, malevolent force, like, standing behind me, pulling the strings of my life. And I see her every once in a while out of the corner of my eye. And I know you're going to say therapy. And I think once I find a therapist that is a good fit, that it's going to really help me. But I also think there's a spiritual element to kind of, like, exercising my mother.
Yeah, no. So is she still with us, or is she no longer with us?
She is. She's still with us. I have mostly cut off contact with her, but she does tend to kind of stalk me. So she'll, like, show up outside my house occasionally. It's very creepy. Okay. Interesting. Well, that sounds like one day we might need a restraining order or something, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. But wow. Well, that's really okay. That's fascinating. I have an interesting relationship with my mother as well. But I went full blockage, full everything. I just needed to remove myself from that. Once you have exhausted all of the options that are physically available to you, and that, the chat said it right before I was going to, a cord cutting. It's the second time I brought this up today. And I'm not really one for, like, the witchy woo woo of all of that, because people use cord cutting primarily for, like, relationships, like romantic ones. And then they're like, oh my God, he called me. Like, how do I, block him? I'm like, so you did a cord cutting, but you didn't block him on your phone. Like, that doesn't make fucking sense. So we can't control what she does, unfortunately, but we do need to remove the energetic negatives, those strings. I can see that in my head. The way you described that was very, very well done and very sinister. So I do understand what you're saying. But yeah, I would recommend some kind of system of protection on you at all times, or like a daily routine of protection and cleansing, like washing her off you. You know what I mean? A mom, especially a biological mom, if you like, she's gonna have a stain on you for a minute. So have you tried anything spiritual for this? I am kind of new to witchy stuff in the last year or two, so
yeah.
I learned a little bit at a time, and that makes sense. Like, I do little, like, a lot of writing rituals. I do affirmations and a lot of
so we need to specify them for her. You know what I'm saying? We need to specify them for her. Are you a parent as well?
No.
Okay. So I would make something like, she might be my mother, but I'm a child of the universe. Something like that. So to kind of embrace the empress of it all. That's what I would do, bitch. I would embrace the empress if I were you. Do you read tarot yet?
No, not yet. I have to get a deck.
Yeah, let's get a deck. If you're interested, is that something that you're interested in?
Yes, definitely.
Perfect. So let's get a tarot deck. And I think you should fuck with the Empress and replace your toxic biological mom with the divine mother. Replace it with that. So if you were going to make offerings to the Empress, I use my Llewellyn's Book of Correspondences. And in there, they mention what stones you should wear to honor the Empress. Her day of the week is Friday. She loves turquoise jewelry. She likes roses. She likes stuff like that. So you could, every Friday, you could pick up fresh flowers for your home as an offering to the Empress, wear turquoise jewelry, wear a lot of pink or green. She loves that as well. Let me grab my book so I'm just not talking out of my ass. But I hope that makes sense for a starting point for you, that you can fuck with the Empress and kind of embrace that spiritually. Does that sound like something good for you?
Yes. Everybody needs a mother, and sometimes you just have to replace them.
That's right. So, so we've got her day is Friday. Her planet is Venus. She likes clover and rose for flowers and herbs. Colors green, peridot, and rose. Gemstones, emerald, rose quartz, and turquoise. Very easy to find stones that you can find jewelry out of. Yeah. And then for goddesses, they have Brigid, Danu, and Don with like a little symbol over it. I'm not sure what that one is, but I'm not even really familiar with these goddesses myself, but the Empress, her intentions are beauty, creativity, fertility, happiness, nurture, pleasure, children, success, all of that. So kind of embracing her as a deity of some kind. As I always say, like, people normally that are spiritual or new to this, they just fuck with the universe. And to me, that's like kind of worshiping the ocean, which I think is beautiful. That's fully beautiful, yes. But sometimes we need a lifeguard for that. I was gonna say for that ocean. Oh my God, my girl, the ocean. No, for that ocean, you might want a lifeguard, a person, a name, a face, an image to align with. Another one could be the high priestess, if especially since like we're in kind of a darker headspace here. And for the high priestess, it's Mondays. She likes moonwort as a plant. Pearls are big for the high priestess. Emerald and moonstone are great stones. And she's about changes, clairvoyance, cycles, illumination, intuition, secrets, and wisdom. So she could be like, you know, your secret best friend. And I align her a lot with the moon. So if it's a daytime thing, I would maybe think Empress energy. If it's a nighttime thing, I would think more High Priestess energy. But we need a divine mother.
Yes, and you know, I have a lot of religious trauma as well. I was raised in a high control religious group, and that was like my mother's main weapon against me was God.
Don't you love that?
Didn't screw me up at all.
Yeah. No, I was raised hella fucking Catholic, so I love Satan now. Yeah, I love the devil. He's my divine father, Baphomet. The Capricorn goat is my divine father energy, because to me, if God is about preserving an afterlife that I'm not even sure I fucking believe in, then the devil is about living deliciously here and now in the life that you have, but with consequence. Like, yes, suck a million dicks, but live with the STD. Yes, go out and party tonight, but live with your hangover tomorrow. It's about accountability in your actions instead of this Christian, well, you just don't have enough faith, honey. I never had enough faith. You know, so yeah, I understand the religious trauma and maybe the aversion to deity work. I was as well. I only started fucking with it this year, and I'm 20 some odd years in my own spiritual practice. So I fully understand. And I understand how hard this is. But yeah, if I were you, since tarot is something, if you've watched me for a while, you understand that tarot is a practical thing. It's, you know, a language that you learn. It's not just shit that comes out of the ether. It's stuff that you can really sink into and understand. But I fully get you. I have my own religious trauma as well. The church excommunicated me for finding out. They found out I was gay, that I came out in college, and they said, you're not allowed back here. And my mom still goes to that church. So what does that show me? You know what I mean? So yeah, let's pull some cards for you. Is that helpful though?
Yes, I think I have been avoiding the religious trauma just because it feels like this like immense cloud of doom on the horizon.
Absolutely.
But I think that would be a good step to making it.
Yeah.
God, not a scary thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Making something, it's nurture. You know what I'm saying? It's because the universe doesn't have your best interest. The universe is about equilibrium and balance, right? So I just have learned that that is one realm of faith. Christianity is very toxic. Christianity is man-made, very toxic. Everything that we believe in, everything that okay, here's my take on creation and all that shit, and then we'll pull cards. But like, this all happened at random. This was the product of stars colliding and gravity and primordial ooze. And when human beings saw a light in the sky that made it bright outside all the time, they were like, that's a god. The moon, that's a god. The grass, that's a god. Like, and for thousands of years, we have believed these things. So now they are real. Now these things are real because we have believed in them for centuries. So it's all man-made. So why can't we look at Greek, Roman, Wiccan, pagan? Why can't we look at all of these variations of gods and goddesses? Because it's really just about the intention. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So let's pull some cards for you. You can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Cool, awesome. All right, let's pull some cards for you. All right. Four of Wands energy. Very nice. This is about you focusing on your own home, your own commitments, the shit that you already have. Let's cleanse the space. Let's protect your home. You said she kind of gets a little stalkery and kind of lurks outside your home sometime. Maybe you need to make a protective circle of salts around your property line so that you're energetically protected. You can do that with I make witch's salt, which is really easy to make. All you do is I take kosher salt and I use it to hold my incense sticks, and the ashes from the incense you just mix into the salt.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Really, really easy. Anybody can do this. That's what witch's salt is. It's basically the ashes from your incense or from anything that you burn for your craft or for your practice, and you mix it into the salt, and it turns the salt dark and brown. And I have black fucking witch's salt because of how often I use it and for how often I stick shit in there. But you just literally stir it all up and make it. It's witch's salt, but the salt is meant to be protective, and it's infused with the intentions that you attach to your incense and stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be, super dark. You can do it with one stick of incense and a little bit of salt. It doesn't have to be, just don't overthink. Store-bought is fine. You don't need fresh baby's blood. Store-bought is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can finagle it if you need to.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you can finagle it. It's fine. So you can just you can take some salt and you can put it out in the moonlight to charge, or you can take a jar of salt and just, some smoke on the inside, whatever you need to do. Not super, it doesn't have to be so specific. Okay. You can honestly just take some salt and just go around the border. It's about the intention. So you say some things to yourself while you do that. This is my protective circle. It keeps the good shit in and the bad shit out. This is my protective circle. It keeps the good shit in and the bad shit out while you're doing that, right? I stole a Sabrina the Teenage Witch spell from the TV show. Whenever I take my showers, I do my soap ritual where I say, this is love and protection. But if I'm feeling particularly gross that day of my mental health, I sit in the shower and I say, if truly I am cursed today, let water wash the spell away. If truly I am cursed today, let water wash the spell away. I do it over and over and over again. So it really is up to you and your intention. You follow me?
Yes.
Cool. So Four of Wands energy. Let's focus on the home. Let's make sure that we are shoring up. Maybe we need to cleanse the space as well. Think of it like marinating the walls. What else? Queen of Cups energy is why? Yeah, your wellness. How's your self-care? I love you. Your self-care should be sacred, baby. Your self-care should be sacred. We need to make sure that that we're tending to ourselves emotionally during this process. So, and that's big Empress High Priestess energy as well, making it sacred for you. So, take a nice long bath and surrender yourself to a childlike feeling, if you will. I just want my mommy, and you can, but because that's what we're going to be grieving, right? When you go to therapy, when you find a therapist, you're going to be grieving the loss of the mother you feel that you should have had, right? So,
Yes.
Queen of Cups energy, as you navigate this change, it's your heart that we need to tend to, your emotional self. And we need to look inward as well. So that's a lot of that Queen of Cups energy. And that's why I say it's about making self-care sacred. And that can be a way that you can honor the High Priestess, honor the Empress, and all of that. Handling this is a King of Cups energy. Damn, Queen and King of Cups. All you owe anyone is truth and kindness. Okay? But that has to start with you. You have to be honest and kind with yourself.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you. That was very, very validating and very comforting. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. I hope that you take some advice on the tarot bit, and you can watch this on YouTube as well when we're done. Yeah, make it simple. Make it easy for you. The simplest stuff is the best. But yeah, maybe a little circle of salt around the property line, marinate the walls in good music, you know, protection energy. But protect yourself. Where black stones are protective, white stones are cleansing. So go to an apothecary or a witchy store or something like that, and just tell them you need some protection. I put obsidian stones on my door frames in my home. Above the door, keeps it nice and safe and clean. I have a little selenite, it looks like a salt lick, honestly, a little square of selenite. So I have a white stone and a black stone on all my door frames for protection and cleansing for people going in and out. So stuff like that. All right.
I will do that.
Excellent. But yeah, feel free to email me, dearmadamadam@gmail.com, if you want any more suggestions. But get a deck, and I really think you could use the Empress. All right.
All right.
Excellent.
You so
Thank you for calling, my love. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great day, babe.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye. Awesome. All right. Let's do one more call. Thank you, chat, for being patient with me. Let's make sure that we're being kind. Let's make sure we're being kind to each other. If we're not going to, maybe we need to leave. Respect our elders. No, ma'am, that is not a thing. We respect everyone. We respect everyone. Okay. Ooh. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Hi, you're live with Madam Adam. Who am I talking to?
Oh, goodness gracious. Hello. My name's Becca.
What was it? I'm sorry.
My name's Becca.
Hi, Becca. How are you, babe?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dundee in Scotland.
Scotland! Yes, we are international. What time is it? Oh, my God.
It is 6 minutes to 1 in the morning.
Girl. Well, thank you for...
Way past my bedtime.
Yeah, well, thank you for watching and for being here and all of that. I really appreciate you. What's your question for me, honey? How can I help you at this late evening?
So, I just want to say I really appreciate all your content that you put out there, and yeah, I just want to get that out of the way first. But I'm quite nervous.
No need to be nervous.
So I've been going through like a significant period of change in my life over the last 2 years, and I keep feeling like I'm about to have this tower moment, but I never pull the tower out of my decks whenever I do a read for myself. And the big thing that I'm dealing with at the moment is I need to have a major surgery, and for that surgery, I need to lose weight. And there's things that aren't clicking about how I need to treat myself and how I need to look after myself in regards to that journey. And I was wondering if there was anything or any advice that you had about how to sort of take your own self-care seriously, and then further if there was anything in the cards about that.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like it's not clicking for me, and it really should, given the seriousness of the situation. And that's, yeah, something that I keep coming up against.
Yes. Okay. So first and foremost, you probably don't need the tower card because you're already so aware of the change that needs to happen. If you were unaware of it, then we don't need that jolt, you know? The tower, as you well know, is a change of lifestyle that's needed, and it's often abrasive, right? So I know that you've said you've been on your journey for a couple years now, and what I'm gathering is that it's like there's more of a work in progress mindset than a success in progress mindset, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would say I'm very all or nothing instead of all or something.
Yeah. Okay. So since we're not seeing it like immediately, maybe we're getting frustrated, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah. So you have to remember that if you're consider yourself a work in progress all the time, we are just spinning our wheels in place and we don't really feel like we're getting anywhere. So we need to make sure that you understand that you are a success in progress. The trying has been the succeeding. You're already doing it. You're already taking those steps towards these things. So yeah. And just to give yourself some fucking credit, you know, that you are taking steps, that you are doing something, and maybe it's not consistent, but we are taking some steps. So what I will say is in making self-care serious for you, it's that you got to get good and fed up. That's what happened to me. I got good and fed up with myself and my bullshit, and I had to keep some kind of routine. So making it something that you can plan and look forward to, and maybe maybe a method of self-care that other people do just isn't yours. My methods of self-care are not conventional. It's like playing video games. It's alone time where I get to eat crappy food and like sit on my ass all day and watch TV, or going to a Disney park with my husband. I like to spend money on me. Convenience is my number one vice, to be real. But I do, my methods of self-care are not conventional. So maybe we need to find a way that we can make something unique to you. So I would suggest that we look backwards. I would suggest that we go back into your childhood, maybe, or your adolescence, your teen years, or something. Maybe there was something that you used to do that gave you a lot of joy that you put down because life got in the way, and we can come back to that again with new eyes.
Definitely. I'm trying to think what I would have done. I used to collect Sabrina's Secrets magazines.
That's so cute. That is so cute. I love that. So yeah, like for me, it was getting back into reading. It was getting back into books and allowing myself, because my husband is so funny. He was like, there's one thing in the world that I cannot be mad at you for buying, and that's books. Like, it's literally literature. It's learning. It's helps your brain. He's like, I literally cannot be mad at you for buying books. And I was like, oh shit, you just opened a floodgate. You fucked up. Because now I'm going to buy a shit ton of books. But I do. And what I find is that we often feel guilty when we try to take care of ourselves. Is that something that you experience?
Yeah, I'm like the older sister, and I was a childhood carer.
Yeah.
A sick parent.
So we don't really know how, right, everybody else was a priority. So we might not know how to take care of ourselves without feeling some form of guilt or weirdness about it. So my loophole for this is I made a list of all of those books I bought, the anime I haven't finished, movies that I want to rewatch again, you know. As a former addict, it's all or nothing for me as well. And so if I want to watch The Matrix, I'm not just watching The Matrix, I'm watching The Matrix 1, 2, 3, I'm watching fucking all of them. So like the new Chucky series comes out, I'm watching all of the movies again. It's all or nothing. So, but I made a list of all of those things that I wanted to do or that were designed to make me feel good and for self-care. And when I have the time for it, I cross something off that list so that I feel accomplished while I'm taking care of myself at the same time.
I'm definitely vibing with that make a plan energy and that following the
yes.
list.
Some days you just, and some days that's all you got to do, babe. Some days all you got to do is just make the plan. That's enough.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what the cards have to say as well. Go ahead.
Amazing. Well, I was just going to say, I have a million Post-it notes, but those Post-it notes need to come into one piece of paper.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Or just as
all of my ideas.
Yeah, a plan or an option. You know, and just options, various options for you. The plan is, I feel, is the time you set aside. Okay. Definitely. It's the time you set aside. You plan that time, and then you get to fill it with one of the things on your menu, you know?
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
So your cards here are, options, right? But they're all shit that you enjoy, so they're all great options. We love that. The Fool is my first card I have for you. This is a leap of faith moment. This is a fresh start, a new beginning. This is a trust fall into yourself. Talk to me about friendship. You've got a 3 of Cups here as well. Small circle, perhaps?
That's very interesting. So my friendship group, we call ourselves the Coven.
Yeah.
There are lots of these witchy girls.
I love that.
We're all very close, quite neurodivergent group of people, a lot of, LGBTQIA vibes, very close-knit, very supportive. Yeah, we're very much there for each other when it all hits the fan.
Do you share this experience with them?
Definitely, I definitely do, and they are I'm very much a found family person. My actual family don't really factor in too much. So this coven, they are my family.
Yeah,
and
me
they're very much
too.
there for me when I need them.
Me too. I have that as well. So yeah, this is something that we should share with them, that maybe there are wellness nights that we do as a group. So there's accountability.
It's so interesting that you're saying that, because literally today one of them was like, can we make spooky clay dolls together? I was like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's throw on a witchy movie and let's potluck it, you know, everybody bring a little snack or something to eat, and we can make a night of it. And during that, you guys can all like cast intentions together. Yeah.
Definitely.
And then your last one here is 7 of Swords energy. So that's how we handle this. You are being deceptive of yourself. You're doing this all or nothing. You're being too stubborn about it.
Yeah.
It's got to be just so. It's got to be the perfect night, a full moon, clear sky, the right candles. Bitch, get real. Like, it just has to happen. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be done.
Yeah. That fucking hits.
Good.
Fucking hits me right in the face.
Good. I'm glad. I'm so glad. So yeah, you're aware of your tower. You don't need it. But I think that if it does come up for you, it's your spirit guides or your deities, whatever you fuck with, being like, when are you going to pay attention? When are you going to take action? What the fuck? You know?
It's very, how do I put it? There's days where there's so much action, and then there's days where there's none, and there's days where there's so much action, and then there's days where there's none.
That's the Knight of Cups, honey. That's the Knight of Cups. It's a slow and steady emotional journey that we're on. So the Fool is here. It's your deities are with you. They're like, just go. You're going to get dirty anyway. Quit being such a perfectionist, you know?
Pack up my bag and make my way to Hollywood, because I'm going to be a star. Not literally, but you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Just leave it. Just leave it. It'll be there tomorrow. Leave it. You know? So yeah, we need this friendship energy as well. That's something that with that 3 of Cups there, don't be deceptive. Don't think that these people are better than you, or that they've got more than you, or that, you know, oh, I don't want to bother them. I bother them too much. No, they want it. They want to be bothered. They choose you. So, you know, let them choose you.
Yeah.
All right.
That really hits. I really appreciate it. Like, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so glad. But yeah, I would make that list. I would grab those, make your menu, your wellness menu of things you can do. But the plan is to find the time. We're planning the time. So what can you do daily? What can you do weekly? What can you do monthly, right? Maybe the weekly thing is the friend hangout. The daily thing, I do my self-care in the morning. I do it first thing in the morning. It's a part of my routine. It's my morning shower and music to make myself feel good. My protection rituals, all of that. That's my wellness I do in the morning. I make my tea. And then I go about my day. And then weekly, you know, we get out of the house, we go to a park, we do something fun. And then monthly, I do, you know, my own rituals, my full moon stuff and everything. All right?
Yeah, I think it sounds beautiful, and it sounds like exactly what I need to start prioritizing and realizing that I'm worth being that priority and putting.
Yes, ma'am. You said that out loud. Yes, ma'am. You certainly do. I am energy. Absolutely. Well, thank you for calling, my friend. I appreciate you.
Thank you too. And I really appreciate you, and I just really appreciate all the stuff you've been putting out there, and just the hard work you've been putting in. I can see it. It's amazing. And you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm really proud of you. Oh,
no, I do. Thank you. I need to hear that. Thank you so much. I do need it. So thank you for saying that. It really means a lot to me. But yeah, thank you for watching. You can watch this on YouTube when we wrap up. You can watch it again and listen back to it if you'd like. But you let me know how things go. All right?
We will do. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, honey. Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Scotland. That was amazing. Epic. Before we sign off, I'm going to go ahead and do one last email for you guys. All right. Hi, Madam Adam. I wanted to start off by saying thank you for everything you do. You're an amazing human. I'm writing to get some advice on my cancer journey. My new intuition asked me to reach out and introduce myself. I'm on my second kind of cancer. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 27. In May, I got a PET scan done and they found a tumor in my arm. I was diagnosed 2 weeks my wedding. Goodness. When it rains, it pours. Am I right? I'm currently in chemotherapy, receiving my second round. I try to stay positive with everything. I know we can get through this. However, it can be daunting at times. They say this chemotherapy could affect my chances of having children, and it's something we dreamed about doing. Alternative opportunities to have children can be pricey. I want to believe it's in the cards for us. Anyway, thank you again. Well, I don't do medical at all. Medical readings are not ethical, in my opinion, and I don't do pregnancy stuff like that. It's just not something that I do personally. It's a heavy emotional weight. This is from someone called Caitlin. So Caitlin, what we're gonna pull is like what we need to know in your, and I'm assuming this is the angle that we're looking at is you know, a mental, you know, what's the mindset that we need to be in. But there's a lot of options for you. There's a lot of different ways to have children. Alternative opportunities to have children can be pricey. Yes, they can. But if you want it, there are going to be avenues for you. And it's, if you want to prioritize that in your life, there's definitely ways that you can do it. And let's just know that wanting it is enough, you know, and if it's something that you want, you can manifest it with the belief and the actions. But maybe you said, I want to believe it's in the cards, then it can be. You know, it totally can be, but it's up to you whether, if you don't believe it, the actions are moot. You know what I mean? So, but I'm so sorry for what you're experiencing physically, and sending you lots and lots of love, Caitlin, for your journey. But let me see what I've got for you today. 5 of Swords energy. Yeah, conflict. A lot of varying opinions up in here. You know, there's a lot of varying opinions. 5 of Swords energy is conflict. You have to be willing to be the bad guy in some places, because people are going to villainize you or make you the victim, or, you know, tell you that you don't know, or make you the negative somehow. So we need to make sure that you're willing to navigate conflict with wisdom and understand that everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own idea of what you should be doing. Just make sure you're listening to the right people, the doctors, second, third, fourth opinions, all of that. 4 of Cups energy is why. Don't put other people so far ahead of you emotionally. Make sure that you're putting yourself first here. Your wants, your dreams, your feelings. That doesn't feel right. I don't want it. Like, know that. You know what I'm saying? This is about you putting yourself first to remember who you are, and so that you can be well. To do this, it's Queen of Swords energy. All you can fuck with is the present right now. All we can handle right now is the present. So deal with issues as they come. Try not to expect them. But when they do come around, pull the sword out, open your mouth, speak on them. I don't like this. I don't like how this is happening. So honestly, we're not in a great headspace, and it's creating emotional weight as well. So I hate to say it, but that's the card I've got for you, the Queen of Swords. We want you to be a bit more passive. It's lovely that you want these things going forward. We want to believe that it's in the cards for us. It's the cards that you pull. It's the cards that you're dealt. I can flip the deck over and pull it out for you. You know what I mean? In the vein of motherhood, let's go look for the Empress and see what's around that for you, just to kind of give it a look. We're not talking about pregnancy. We're going to talk about you as a mom and what that looks like. Let's see. Well, I've got Page of Swords energy, which means that we're kind of feeling a little attacked about it. You know, we maybe are feeling a little attacked. We're feeling a little, people are saying that can't happen, or whatever. But Page of Swords energy, we need a new mindset here. We need a new attitude. Opportunities to have children alternatively can be pricey, yes, but don't create that obstacle for yourself. You can make money. You can be tangibly abundant. 3 of Wands energy is the idea around it, that you just need a plan and a backup plan and a contingency plan for the backup plan. If you want this, you have to plan it. You know? You got to plan it. Plan what you want, what you can control, short-term goals and long-term goals for you. But yeah, it's a page of swords attached to motherhood for you. We need to change the mindset, change the words that we use. This is the part where I normally suggest video diary, voice memo, that kind of thing. So yeah, you need to hear the words you use around these things and make sure that you're not adding negatives or adding unnecessary stress to it, because it's already negative enough for you. It's already stressful enough for you. So, yeah, it's about how you plan, you know, how you stick to your plan. And, the simple plan is get up, take care of yourself, and do what you can. Apply that to your cancer journey and apply that to your motherhood journey as well, that you're going to get up, take care of yourself, and then do what you can. That's all you can control. It's all very present. It's not very predictive, this read, but based on the patterns that we have here, we're going to keep bringing the negatives in, you know? So I hope that resonates for you, Caitlin. And thank you so much for writing and sharing your vulnerability. Thank you to all of you that have wrote in. I'm bouncing around past and present emails, so I'm going to continue to do that as we go forward. Thank you to the callers that we had today. I really appreciate you guys. Calls from Scotland, from all over the place. So thank you guys so much. I don't know what was going on in the chat, but let's make sure that we're being respectful of each other. Age does not grant you respect. Kindness does. So I don't know what all that shit was about. And I don't know why we're not in the chat discussing what I'm discussing. I don't know why the chat's going to be about other things. Like, does anyone want to play a board game? That has nothing to do with what we're doing right now. So if you're trolling, please go somewhere. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Someone asked if me and my husband want to have children. No, we do not. Well, at least I do not. I have no intention of having kids in my life. I don't want to bring a child into this kind of world. Marlo, you're a moderator now on YouTube for my channel. I will add more of you guys. I'll add Christina as well. So yeah, I appreciate my moderators. Thank you guys so much. No one's been appointed, so you don't have any capabilities, but I'm going to be fixing that. So thank you. Yeah, I am far too selfish to have children. I am far too selfish. I love my husband too much to come second, to a child. That's just me being honest. I am not ready, and I don't think I ever will be ready to sorry. So this won't be a problem in the future. So Aaron, Marlo, Christina, you guys are moderators. I'm going to add Emily as well. Sorry, guys, stand by. Let's add Trey also. And no pressure to anyone that I make a moderator. There's no pressure. Kev, I'm going to add you as well. That's plenty. All right, there we go. So yes, I feel I don't want to bring children into this world right now. And although I would be, I know we would be great parents. I know we would. If anybody I made a moderator doesn't want to be one, simply let me know and I'll take it off. But there's no pressure. It's just so that we have some mod squad help, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I am far too selfish, and I'm not ready, and I don't think I ever would be, to come second to a child. I am far too selfish of the way that I love my husband, and I don't think I would want to. I wouldn't want to put Dustin second either. We very much love being a party of two. And we're really good uncles, you know, and I don't need to have children to leave an impact on the world in that way. So, yeah. Children are not the point of life to me, you know, it's just not. We very much like, and we're big kids ourselves, you know, and we're barely responsible. So yeah, great question. Anyway, I'm going to hop off. Thank you guys so much for watching this. It's been a wonderful Dear Madam Adam. I really appreciate you. Your fam knows the uncles have their back. That might be your role with kids, and that is okay. It is. Yes, we love being great uncles. We love, you know, sharing ourselves. And Dustin teaches kids, you know what I'm saying? We do plenty of work with kids. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to watch the replay. Have you seen my latest deck review? Make sure you check that out. Pre-order the Choose Your Own Adventure Tarot deck now, so you can get it when it comes out on the 24th. Don't forget to like the content. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me this evening. And I will see you guys next week. Truth in abundance with all of you. And I'll see you on the weekend for paid live readings. See you guys. Have a great night.